Hi everyone, welcome to my Oracle card reading. It is October 2019. This is the first of many videos I wish to do. I've been doing readings for a while now, mostly personal use, some for others, and I've always kind of felt an inspired call to do these online and share this beautiful gift of intuitive and or channeled readings with you. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is for a collective. It has been prayed upon, and I've called in the archangels and ascended masters and spirit and creator to all help with this reading. Today's reading is going to be for Libra for the rest of 2019. This can be sun or moon rising. As I'm in between places right now, I have created the best setup I could come up with at this point. So I thank you so much for your patience if these videos are a little awkward at moments in their filming. But, you know, we all have to start somewhere. And the beauty of this life is if we will have the courage to start with where we're at and work with where we're at, miracles can unfold. So thank you so much for joining me and enjoy. All right, now if we get an interruption from a kitty, she is very determined to come join this reading, so she might cannonball it. Just heads up here. She tends to cannonball it where I am. All right, so call on the light to help us to find the reading that we need for Libras for the rest of the year of 2019. Yeah, and here she is. Okay, hi Izzy, welcome. Yes, I know, this is very cool, isn't it? Good energy. Let's move you over here. All right. And she's determined, so give me a minute here. All right, Libra 2019. Cards for Libra, sun or moon rising for the rest of 2019. Now this is all intuitively done, so if a card flips one way but I feel strongly it's meant to be another, I will do that. And my cards tend to pop out. It's kind of a funny story because a few years back, when I first got exposed to card readings, I saw a card fly out of someone's deck, and I was like, interesting, that is hilarious. I just loved it so much. I was like, okay, universe, you know, if I ever do readings for myself or others, I would love to have my cards fly out of the deck, the cards that are meant to be for that person or group of people, because I just found it amusing. Now we're going to go to our Mermaid and Fairy deck. Got a good flyer out of there. And it can kind of feel and almost look like I'm doing it on purpose, but I really try and carry integrity in everything I do. And so if it's not happening just in the shuffling process, I just don't want to include it in the pile because I want legit cards that want to come out. I think it's really important to have a prep reading. Okay. Hello, everybody. All right, so starting off with Goddess of the Moon. You have this brilliant and bright light that's shining inside of you. And it's not only shining, it's waiting for the opportunity to shine, to be revealed. It's almost like there's this this little darkness here, it's almost like it's kind of hiding from the world right now. Not a whole lot. You've got these beacons of light that are starting to penetrate that. But I do feel like you've not only likely been through a really rough time in your life, seen and heard some pretty hurtful things, some things that have caused you to dim your light. But you've also experienced a lot. But there is this beautiful and radiant light that is bubbling to the surface, that wants to shine, that wants to beacon out and beam out like the beacon of divine love and divinity that you are. There's a lot of wisdom that wants to bestow itself upon you, and a lot of your light that wants to add to that, to add to the collective consciousness. But I definitely feel you have a strong spirit, a very, very strong spirit. You've likely overcome many, many great trials and hardships, but they've made you stronger. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but these little things here, they almost look like little butterflies to me. These little dots here and here, and it looks like you're just ready to dance about like butterflies. You're at this point now where, yes, you've had the hurt and you've had the pain, but it hasn't broken you. And it is, in fact, it has cycled through and built you up to be stronger and ready for these changes. And because you haven't let it break you, it's actually going to add to the light that you're going to share with the whole world. And you are ready for this. You are more than ready for this. This is so beautiful. You've got a windfall of change that wants to come into your life, is coming into your life. Like a waterfall, it's flowing, it's already pouring into you. And you are not only being crowned with the jewels and gems of what one might say heaven or of the universe, but the divine energy, the beautiful light energy that you are. Whether you are male or female in this life, or resonate with the male or female energy, feminine and masculine, this energy this card reading is to let you know, to remind you of your divinity, of the light that you came here to shine and to be. But not just to be for others, but to be for yourself and to enjoy for yourself. This life was set up for you to enjoy it, to be magical for you. And you are strong, and the love that you have poured into your own life and into the lives of others, even if it hasn't been love or light that you have recognized that you have shown or given, even if it hasn't been necessarily consciously done, there have been things that you have put out into this world. I'm going to call them gemstones again because that's what keeps coming up. Gemstones of love and light that have been a support to you, but they've also been a support to others and help to bring them about into their journey and help them with the lessons that they needed to learn as well. Connect with the moon. That's kind of like a imparting thing I'm getting here. Connect with the moon. Whether you meditate in it, under the moonlight, or just... No, actually that's what's coming through really strong, is to really connect with that lunar energy. Just let the light come into you. And if for some reason it's overcast where you are, just imagine the moon. Imagine its light, its silvery white light encompassing you and supporting you and illuminating you. This is quite beautiful. Okay, we can move on here. And my apologies for anything you see above here. Like I said, this is, we're working with where we're at here. And so as much as I will have, I'm certain of it, a much nicer setup in the future. Again, if we have the courage to embrace where we're at and not fear judgment from others, then we can really be a gift to ourselves and others. So this is my taking a leap of faith here. All right. Yin and Yang. Now this one I actually had a strong feeling. I don't normally read from the book because I do prefer to do these intuitively, but sometimes I get the feeling to do from the book. So I will show you what this one is. It's the Energy Oracle card deck. And this is 22 in reversed. This card reveals a Yang cycle, which is one of active, outgoing energy. This time calls for a more logical approach to things, but the logic needs to be applied to purposeful action. This cycle is often marked by creativity and new beginnings, sometimes with significant outer change. Let yourself apply more forceful energy to the task at hand and take advantage of this highly changed Yang time. So for me, I've been writing a book, and I really feel for this reading for me, because I'm Libra moon rising, I actually feel this is very strongly resonating for me to get on top of this book, to really take action, daily action for it, because it's a book that I'm being very open about in expression with my life, and it's been very vulnerable and brought up a lot of difficult emotions. And so because of kind of the roller coaster that I'm getting off of with my life for the last 4 years, a part of me has been really holding back because I just haven't wanted to overwhelm my system and bring that into being. So I've actually been holding off on this reading, writing my book in a lot of ways. I've been kind of doing it here and there, little, almost like stepping your toes into the ocean just a little bit. But anyway, if you feel like you're kind of dabbling, if you feel like you're just kind of tiptoeing, and there's a creative project that you want to do, whether it's metalworking or you want to woodwork or you want to put into action a creative project of painting, of writing, whatever it is, of dancing, of taking photography, pictures, stuff like that. There's just been a creative venture, if you will, that's been popping up over and over and over again to make a photography book or whatever it is to help someone in need just popped up. Take action. Do it. Like full feet in, just like you're running into the ocean fully clothed. Just go for it. Just have fun. Take action. Be graceful and compassionate with yourself if difficult things arise as you're doing it. You know, a lot of times, not always, it's not mutually exclusive, but, you know, sometimes there are things in this life that are most worth doing that end up presenting contrast, presenting challenges and things that are difficult. So if you'll have the courage to walk through that, and this is all really coming in strong, and this is, I'm going to take my own advice here too, whatever's coming through, I'm going to rewatch later. Really just take courage and take heart that you'll be guided and given the answers that you need to. So, all right. Yin and Yang. So really just a lot of what we just said, and I believe what just came through. It's funny because when I really just follow my intuition and start, if you want to call it channeling, if you're not comfortable with channeling that word, just you can look at it as speaking with inspiration, what you feel inspired to say. I don't always remember what I said right off the bat because I'm so present in the moment. I'm sure those of you who've experienced this know exactly what I'm talking about. You get so present in the moment, you don't necessarily know what you just said, so you have to kind of go back and refer to it later if you've done a recording. So it's kind of funny that just happened. But anyway, I'm going to look to the card in case anything was missed here. Okay, so this, I just really feel like there's this huge, really strong creative force of energy that's really burning bright and it's coming through to you. And if you will have the courage, it will to express it, to follow through and see this through, you will see the most sparkling and dazzling of light not just ignited within you, because it's already ignited, but will ignite within you in a way that'll change your life, all for the better and all for the more beautiful and graceful. So there's change that really, really wants to happen. We're talking about, winds of change and falls of change. Something really wants to help you, and to not just help you, but to beam out into your life and be that beacon of light that you've been searching for. Be that support. So yes, anyway, that divine energy is within you. Just got to let ourselves express it. All right. Now, journey in reversed. Okay, so this one I'm getting a feeling like I gotta refer to the book quickly as well. So, okay, let's do this. This is the most this has happened in months, so I'm finding this quite fascinating. And the book even flipped pretty much right to it, so that's funny. You may desire to move or just get away for a while, but the reverse of this card could indicate a delay or even a cancellation. Perhaps something could be standing in your way, or perhaps lines of communication may get crossed. Don't let the potential changes upset you. Refocus your energy and be flexible enough to alter your schedule or destination as needed. Remember, you can always create new adventures even in your present location or situation. There's an affirmation: I am attracting wonderful new adventures to me. My life is a blessing, taking me to new places, inside and out. So I definitely feel like there are these adventures that really want to come into your life that are presently inside you, but it's funny because the feeling I'm getting actually really validates what that just said, where it's talking about, it almost feels like an inner adventure. There's these inner adventures that want to be expressed. So if you're a writer, there's all these adventures that want to be expressed through your creative writing or painting or your whatever it is that you resonate with. It's almost like the journey and the adventure really wants to happen from the inside out. So allow yourself this time and this gift to journey to the center of you, to allow yourself to express yourself creatively, and take heart and faith that if you were planning on moving somewhere, because it's funny, this was actually really resonant with my own life. It's amazing, this reading. You gotta love synchronicity here. I was planning on moving, and every time that I've tried to allow things to just flow through and have been following guided action, things have been falling through for me to make the moves and the changes that I thought were needed to take place in my life. So this is actually quite encouraging even for me to see and go, okay, you know what, it's going to be okay. This is all a part of the journey and everything's going to be okay and everything's going to work out. So take heart. Really, guys, take heart. If something's falling through, I know it can be frustrating at times, but know that the universe has got your back and you're not alone. And as frustrating as life can be when things don't happen the way we want it to or think it ought to, if we will just take heart and have faith and have courage, it is amazing. And just trust in ourselves and trust in the process of life. As difficult as that can feel sometimes, it is amazing how doors of opportunity can open up that are even better than we ever imagined and even more wonderful. So now we have the Yes card. Right off the bat, I really felt like, yes, you're on the right track. You're on the right path. You are the light and it is beaming outside of you. Seems to be a common theme today, that you are the light. I feel like it must be important that we all know this at this time, that we are the light. And to really take heart that there is a lot of color and life that Libras, again, sun or moon rising, that we're going to be bringing to ourselves, to our own lives, and through us, other lives will be touched, and in a beautiful way and a helpful way, in a loving light way as well. see what else here. Your heart's desires really do want to manifest themselves, but it will take steady action and it will take some time. But just allow yourself to keep working at it, whatever it is you're feeling, your heart and soul are feeling forward moving by, whatever is lighting you on fire, igniting your spark within, lighting you up. Whatever is igniting you inside, just keep it up, you guys. Keep going, okay? You know, I've learned to trust my intuition, and it just keeps saying to say something, and I know it's going to sound repetitive, but clearly it's important, so I'm going to keep trusting it. The wings of change are here. They're here to support you. They're here to back you up. Keep going. Allow yourself to be you. You are the gift that this world needs. If you don't fully know what that is, look inside your heart. Take some time to quiet your mind and to deep breathe and go within. And if you need mucus, oh my goodness, mucus. I don't know why that came out. Oh my gosh. Music. If you need music to help you clear the mucus of your mind, I guess, to clear the gunk in your mind, while you go within and focus on your heart space, focus on diving into who you are. If you don't really feel like you know who you are, just take some time, some quiet time from the rest of the world, and allow yourself to just go within and just listen. You know, reconnect with your inner child. As a child, I know some of us did not have easy upbringings, so this may not be applicable to all, but for those of you who remember what it was like, or had the chance to be a child at some point in your childhood, where you were at your brightest, where you didn't question anything, you were just yourself. What did that person like? What did that person love to do? What did that person dream of? What did that part of you beam out into the world and just have fun and laugh with? What was it about your inner child that ignited you? And then try and tap into that energy and allow that to remind you of some of the innocence and the beauty of who you are now, because you haven't lost it. It's just sometimes as adults, especially in this changing world and society where we have been taught to really disconnect from who we really are in a lot of ways. And I don't necessarily think it's always consciously done, but it's definitely been a big byproduct big byproduct of what's been happening here. It can be helpful to just tap into the moments where we were happiest in our lives and the most authentically ourselves, and to really pull that person to the surface. And whether it's the childlike self, like to make beaded bracelets or play hockey on the streets, whatever it was, like, allow yourself the rest of this year, especially, time to just really connect with that inner self. If you don't know who you are, or you're just wanting to bring more of who you really truly are to the surface, I'm telling you, that inner child is going to be one of your most potent allies, because they know how to have fun and they know how to just have the most blissful time in your life. So get out that hockey stick and play street hockey. I don't care if you're 50 or 60 or 100, as long as you can move. Like, if you're 30, if you're in an authoritative position, that is always so serious. If you're a caregiver of a home, a family, no matter what the position in your life, whether you work with children or not, dive in, connect with them, and allow them to ignite you and remind you of why this life is worth living and what's beautiful about it. Okay? So take time, get to know you, pull that beautiful self out and let them just shine out. Allow yourself that balance and that grace of life. I get it, we work in our life, we focus, and this is asking us to take time to focus on our dreams and stuff. but we also have to create that balance for fun and having fun and enjoying our lives as well. So make sure whatever you do, connect with that inner child, okay, you guys? So it's what I'm getting from this is actually what it says on the bottom. You're ready. You're ready for this. You're ready for this time in your life. The universe is already given you all you need and is giving you all you need. So you'll be supported. You are being supported. You're ready, okay? Whatever change, whatever endeavor it is, you're ready. And you're ready to be you, and you're ready to be happy. So there was a change that was coming about in your life. But I kind of feel like this is probably what the journey thing was talking about, where it's like almost like it almost wasn't ready to come about quite yet. That it was starting to, but circumstances, and a lot of them out of your hands. I feel like a lot of these circumstances out of your hands. Things surrounding you. It almost made it so that this couldn't come about. But that's okay. Like these wings ignited the way they are. I'm just getting such a strong impression. Like, hey, it's okay. Like, no worries. You're covered. You've got all the support you need to still embrace and embody the you that you are and the you that you came here to be and that you want to be. So don't worry. You're covered. You're good. Blessed change. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love synchronicity. There's a theme going on here. I can tell. Okay, Libras. Laugh. First impression I get, you guys. Laugh. Learn to just laugh about the sillinesses of life and all the changes and stuff. I get just as good as the next person. Oh my goodness, how crazy life can be. And in the short 31 years I've been on this earth, I'm telling you, it's so funny because a person could look at me and go, oh yeah, but you're so young. What could you have possibly known or seen? And sorry about my foot getting in the theme there. What if you possibly experienced in this life that could empathize with many people? And I'm telling you guys, from almost the time that I came out of the womb, it has been one roller coaster ride after the other. It has been one crazy, crazy thing after the other. There's been so many adventures, both, that I've chosen and have not consciously chosen, in the sense that they've just come into my life. Happy, sad, devastating, loving, difficult, awful, wonderful, beautiful. There's been so many ups and downs in the first 30 years of my life. I'm telling you, it's been insane. And you get to this point of almost cracking under the pressure, where you realize that you can either let the changes make you bitter, and cause you to just want to cave in and give up on life, or you start learning to laugh with it. If you really want to cling to just enjoying life and enjoying the light of life, then you really get to this point where you just got to learn to laugh about the crazy insanities that life can present. Okay? I know that sounds maybe ridiculous, but it's helpful. It's so therapeutic to be able to learn to. Some people would say lighten up, but I take that statement with a grain of salt, because sometimes we just use it as a statement to just almost push people away and brush them off, like we don't have to deal with them. Oh, lighten up, and then, So I just wanted to take that with a grain of salt, but in reality, that is what it's doing, is it's causing us to just lighten up about life and remember to enjoy it, the insanities of it all. So embrace change. If the more you learn to embrace change, the easier your life is going to be. Honest to goodness, it can seem scary in a society where we've been conditioned to believe change is bad, but it's actually quite beautiful when we can learn to go with the flow of the changes that happen. Oh my gosh, I can't even count how many miracles have popped in my life even the last 4 years that I've been on this self-love and healing journey that I've been on. And even though I didn't consciously set myself up to be on a self-love journey, it was just kind of how it ended up being. The more I've learned to go with the flow, but it's deeper than that. It's recognize that with change, things that are not good for us are able to crumble away, to erode, and the things that are ready to be birthed and freshly brought into our lives and ignite us and excite us and bring us back to life and happiness and enjoy life, they're able to come in. So change can be difficult, but again, learn to laugh about it. There's like, someone doesn't want to be in your life anymore. Have grace and compassion for yourself if that is a difficult thing for you. But when you find that place of empowerment, when you can just like laugh it off, like, all right, well, I guess they weren't supposed to be in my life. Even though it is a journey to get to that point where you can do that, it's definitely a worthwhile goal to have. So, and just be compassionate with yourself. This one's watch your thoughts. You guys have compassion for yourself in this entire journey that you're on. We're all in a human experience, and sometimes it gets intense and difficult, and you know, it's really important to allow the light of who you are to shine within you and to light up your life. And what does that mean? Allow yourself the grace and compassion to what are the words? To be yourself, to focus on the life that you want to live, to focus on the beautiful things about yourself, to focus on the things that support you and bring you love and compassion, that add beauty to your life, to allow yourself to allow things to crumble and erode away, but not doing that without compassion for yourself, that if this is difficult for yourself, instead of judging yourself for feeling down about it, allow yourself to feel through those emotions and hold yourself like you would a child if they were going through something difficult. You guys, a lot of times we chastise ourselves. This is watch your thoughts. Yes, but a lot of times in this life, we chastise ourselves for feeling difficult emotions, but it's all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the experience. So if you are having a difficult time with any of these changes that are going to happen, that are coming in the rest of 2019, allow yourself the gift of grace and compassion to feel through those emotions, to express them in safe and proactive ways, and to allow yourself the support of knowing that they are just a part of the human experience and that they'll be there for a time, but they won't be there forever. Okay? But in the meantime, yeah, just allow yourself to be yourself. That this is coming in so strong, you guys, with watch your thoughts even. You know, I thought that this was going to take me somewhere saying like, make sure you're thinking only positive thoughts, etc. But that's not the impression I'm getting here. The impression I'm getting here is the more you learn to be your authentic self, the more this will automatically embody itself. Your thoughts will start to align more and more with who you are. And it's funny that the card reading just got lighter when I was saying that. I don't know if you noticed that. But the more you come into your authentic self, the more your thoughts and your emotions and your feelings, your whole soul body, everything will already start to embody, whether you want to call it more positive energy or just more light energy. So everything will already start to align and support you more, okay? Just be yourself. You're the only one that we have, so be yourself, you guys. You're precious and beautiful and amazing and so loved, okay? Okay, now before I move on to that, I just have a feeling I need to pause here. Okay. All right. I feel like the first impression I had came so strong. I feel like, so you're this being that's ignited, that's ready to go, that's ready to walk into and just flow into the light of who you are, into a better life, into a happier life, into a life that embodies the real you. But it's almost like you have this stuff that's been kind of hanging on, and it's ready to be let go. It's ready to disappear into the background, to become a part of your journey, but not the focal point of your journey. To be a part of your experience that came in to strengthen you, but not to yank you back or keep yanking you back and pulling you backward and pulling you down. So whether it's an experience or just the whole journey of your life that you've been on up to this point, that you've just had a lot of heartache and darkness and pain and torment, allow this to be a time and a season where you let those things go. You find ways and to give yourself compassion and recognize that they had a time and a place, again, to strengthen who you are, to teach you. Because we don't even need to get into the debate of whether they were meant to happen or not. The fact that they did happen, but that they're meant to happen or not, but that they did happen, but that they're here to be a gentle reminder of the strength that you are. You overcame those things. They are not your whole experience. They are not who you are, but they almost, because you're still here, they were almost things that helped become like your armor and just help you to strengthen you to really embody this person that your soul wants you to be, that there's a part of you that wants to step into, because you are magnificent, you guys. You are so magnificent and so beautiful. And there's this part of you that really wants to be birthed, that really wants to come to life, that really wants to shine. And I really, really feel like this is your time. No matter what you've been through, this is your time. The clouds are parting. This is your season and your time to be happy. And that doesn't mean that you won't still experience some darkness as you come into this and as things fade away. But things are getting brighter. And things are bright. And you're more than ready. Okay? You're more than ready. So keep going, you guys. Keep going. Allow yourself the gift of moving on from the pains of the past. Okay? And the torments, they're disappearing, okay? And again, it doesn't mean that you won't experience some contrast in the meantime, but just keep embodying who you are, learning about who you are, embracing who you are. You have all the tools that you need inside of you. Friendship. All right. I feel like there are people waiting to come into your life to help you and assist you. People that are watching over you and protecting you. This one especially, Like, you've got, if whether you believe in angels, guides, guardians, loved ones, ancestors, or just believe in the universe and energy, know that there is definitely a lot of light energy that is supporting you and protecting you and igniting you and helping you on this path of life, okay? So you're definitely not alone. There's ancient wisdom that is flowing in the background, but it's also flowing in you, and as the strength of who you are. You are very strong, okay, you guys? You might not see it, but you are really, really strong. Like these tree trunks here, you are strong. And you are very wise, and you are very bright. I think I've said this probably several times in this reading. You are very bright. There is so much love. There is so much love that wants to pour into your life right now. Okay? So keep going. No matter what you're going through, allow yourself the gift of recognizing that you've come through 100% of your bad days. So that's 100% success rate. That is huge, you guys. Do you have any idea how awesome that success rate is? 100% successful at getting through bad days, awful times. So you're definitely ready for this new phase, this new chapter of your life. This is definitely a new beginnings reading. I feel that in so many ways. And you're going to have people who are going to enjoy it with you. Just like these little girls pouring their tea. You have people who are just going to enjoy it with you. You're going to laugh with you. They're going to play with you. They're going to talk with you and swim with you, in this case, or walk with you and really listen to you. You're going to keep coming into your soul tribe, especially as you learn to be yourself. This is something I've learned in my own life. When I stopped trying to find friends and make friends, and I just started diving into learning who I was and letting go of things that weren't me and just embracing who I wanted to be, and who, if I couldn't figure out who I was at certain times, I just focused on what I loved doing and what I loved about life and put all my focus and time and energy into that. And just started diving into the world of, okay, well, who do I want to be? And just really put my energy into that. Well, it was amazing because then it was like out of the blue, these people would just start showing up. Like people, it's almost felt like that they were just waiting on the sidelines that were meant to come into my life, that just were waiting for me to figure out who I was and wanted to be. And then they could have the space and energy and the ability to come into my life because I was ready for them, right? And they were ready for me to come into theirs. So your tribe will come into your life. Just keep learning to be yourself. This really seems to be another common theme of today's card reading. And with this little, I don't know if you can tell here, but where they're just kind of holding a glass to each other, I just got this strong impression, like, hats off to you guys. No matter where you're at in your journey, hats off to you. Cheers. Okay? Cheers. You deserve this life. You deserve every goodness that you get. You deserve all the play and the laughter and the love and support and the beauty and the magic that's coming to your life and the miracles and the life and all the friendships and all the support and all the love and laughter. This just keeps coming up, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But you deserve all the beauty that's coming your way, okay? And cheers to you guys. Cheers to everything you've overcome. Cheers to the life you came and have chosen to live and that you are living. And cheers to your strength. Here is to your strength, you guys. Way to go. Gosh, you're just so strong. I just feel this bright light inside of you. Don't let anyone dim it, okay? If you've dimmed it before for others, just have grace and compassion with yourself and let that build you up in strength to who you are and want to be. In the meantime, keep embracing the light of who you are, because you've got this strength about you, this strong light. I almost want to say, I don't know, you guys, I just don't know what else more to say other than you've just got this strong light that's been supporting you all your life about who you are. And I feel like there's one more card that wants to come out. I'm just going to see how we're going to do this here. I'm just going to cut the deck. Man holding a coin. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Now, the first impression I get is even though this might not happen right off the bat or right away, and it doesn't mean that it won't for some of you, there is a light that really wants to come into your life, and it's not only going to help support you, it's also going to help bring the financial abundance that you want, okay? So, but all this is going to happen by you being yourself, and I know that can kind of seem confusing when I say that, but when you're your authentic self, you live, breathe, speak, and act in a way that is true to who you are, okay? So basically what that means is that you'll start to spend more of your life doing what you love, and you'll just allow yourself to be your authentic self, which will shine a light and attract people who see that and really resonate with that same energy, that they recognize that within themselves, consciously or unconsciously, so they'll automatically be drawn to you. And these people are here and ready to help you out. Okay, so when you're being yourself, when you're allowing yourself that gift and that grace, it's amazing how your life just starts to shift very, very quickly, because all of a sudden the people that want to help you can. It's almost like you open yourself on an energetic level or a subconscious level, and now these people can come into your life, whereas before you might have been too closed off. And what does this have to do with being yourself? Well, okay, so for example, I can't even count how many times, like especially recently, that the more I've just learned to relax about life and to be who I am and who I want to be, then it's almost like I've let my guard go down, like not in the sense that I'm not setting healthy boundaries or stuff like that, but I'm allowing myself to tear down the walls. I'm allowing the walls that I've built up around my heart and my life to be brought down. And recently there were a couple of examples of people who wanted to offer me help with certain areas of my life that, had I not embraced who I was, in the sense that I was allowing myself to be me, and part of being me is part of recognizing that there is a time and a place that we get to help others, and there's a time and a place where we need help. And so if it weren't for the fact that I came into this position where I recognize that it's okay to be helped, it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to accept help, that it is not a weakness, but rather a strength, because this life it's like a yin and yang symbol, or infinity symbol, right? It's give and receive and give, right? It's that balance. So by learning to just walk my talk and be myself, and to tear down the walls and just be that innocent child from within, I've allowed myself to the grace and compassion of also knowing and being open that sometimes we all need help in our lives. And because of that, I was able to accept help from these people who offered it recently. And when I wasn't being my true self, when I was putting up so many barriers of protection and, trying to be what the world wanted me to be, which was just nose to the grindstone person, and I'm not calling anyone out on that. I'm just saying that when I started learning to be myself, I stopped embracing the ideas that society or others were trying to ingrain in me, that it wasn't okay to accept help, it wasn't okay to ask for help. And by just being who I really authentically feel I am, I almost relaxed enough that I was able to accept that help that wanted to come my way. So there's definitely people and circumstances that want to come your way and help you. And some of it will be automatic, and some of it will be in the distance, the near distance, and some of it in the far off distance. But it's all here to support you and help you. I just feel like it's the universe almost saying, well, we just need you to be yourself, okay? All right. So there we go. I hope this all ends up making sense. I am so grateful for your viewing this today, and light and love, precious warriors of light. You are truly spectacular and loving and amazing in who you are. I know that I don't know you in human form, but I know life, and I know that your soul is just as precious as mine, and mine is just as precious as yours, and we're just as precious as any precious thing that you can think of resonate with. If you don't recognize the fullness of the beauty of who you are yet, if when you look in the mirror you don't see how spectacular you are, just know that you are a gift to this world, that you deserve to be here, that you have a right to be here. And I believe in you, and I know that this universe believes in you, and you're just gonna rock it, okay? Keep going, keep being you, keep discovering who you want to be, and embrace that beauty. No matter what anybody says, you deserve to be here, and you are the light that this world and universe is looking for and needs, okay? Namaste, and thank you. Blessed be.